A very warm good afternoon to everyone. Let me welcome you to our YouTube channel Umang Solutions. In our channel, you'll be finding video lectures and tutorials on Python programming, web development, and Android app development. We are working relentlessly to provide you best material, best video lectures so that knowledge is shared from us to you. Okay, so please subscribe to this channel and please share it to your friends and your classmates. I'll also be showing you our LinkedIn page. So this is our LinkedIn page, Umang Solutions. Please do follow this LinkedIn page for getting latest updates. So whatever we'll be doing, we'll also be posting at the YouTube channel and also in the LinkedIn page. So do follow the LinkedIn page too. So in the today's tutorial, I'll be explaining you relative layout. In the previous lectures, we have covered linear layout. So linear layout, difference between linear layout and relative layout is, in the linear layout, what you'll be doing is you will be aligning your views sequentially. Okay, so you will be telling that orientation should be vertical and you will be aligning your views either vertically or horizontally. But coming to relative layout, what you'll be doing is you will be aligning your views in relative to another view. Okay, so coming to the docs, I'll be showing you the docs. So see this definition. Relative layout is a view group that displays child view in relative positions. Okay, so what you will be doing in the relative layout is consider this to be a parent relative layout. Give me a minute, give me a second, sorry. So consider this to be a parent linear layout. Now what you'll be saying is I want to align my view, child view, in the center of this page. Okay, so now how you'll be telling that to Android? Now you'll be saying I want my child view horizontally center as well as vertically center. So if you tell those two things to the Android, so it will align your view in relative to the parent. So your child view is now in center of parent layout. So both vertically and horizontally it is in the center of the parent layout. So that's how you tell Android. So that's how you speak, okay, in relative to something. So I'll give a small example. Consider there are two friends, you and your friend. So okay, your teacher has conducted an exam. Out of 30 marks you have scored 28 marks and your friend has scored 24 marks. So what you'll be telling to your parents when your parents will be asking you, how many marks more have you got than your friend? So what you'll be telling, mama, I have got 4 marks more than my friend. Okay, so now here you are speaking in relative to something else. Okay, here now you are speaking relative to your friend's marks. So this is how relative layout works. You will be always speaking in relative to something. Okay, so I'll be explaining some of the common properties. Okay, some of the most important properties. Layout align parent top. So what does this property do is, if the value of this property is true, so what it will be doing is, my view will be aligned to match the top edge of the parent. Okay, so I will be showing you. So this is the top edge, this is the start edge or the left edge. Okay, this is the end edge or the right edge, this is the bottom edge. Start edge or the left edge, start left one, this over which my mouse cursor is now. So that is the start edge or the left edge. So this is the top edge, this is the end edge or the right edge, and finally this is the bottom edge. So when I give this property, when I want to align my view on the top, like I want to align my view. So now consider this to be my view. Now what I want to do is I want to align the top edge of my child view and the parent view. So I want to like match those two edges, top edges of my child view and the parent view. So when I align them, I'll get something like this. Okay, so this is what layout align parent top. Okay, this is what refers to layout align parent top. So this is one of the important property. Coming to the second property, layout center vertical. So coming to this property, what does layout center vertical do is, it will be aligning your view vertically in the center. Okay, in relative to the parent. Okay, so your view will be looking something like this. So your view is now aligned in the center vertically. Okay, so your view will be something in the center vertically. in relative to the parent. So this is how layout center vertical this is how layout center vertical works. Okay, now layout below. So what my layout below will be doing is coming to layout below. So here we won't be referring in relative to the parent. So here we'll be referring to another layout, another child view. Okay, another view. Consider this to be another view. I'll be naming this. I'll be naming this. Give me a second. EDT1, EDT2. Okay, now when I tell like I want my edit text 2 should be below edit text 1. So in this scenario, edit text 1 will be working as the anchor view id. So what I'll be giving a property to edit text 2. So what I'll be telling to my edit text 2 is I want to have you below the edit text 1. Okay, so for that we'll be using the property layout below. So what does this property do? This property positions the top edge of this view. Okay, so if I use property layout below for edit text 2, so what will happen? This property will align the top edge of my view. This will align the top edge of my view below the view specified with a resource ID. Okay, so it will align the top edge of my view for which I have given this property layout below. It will be aligning that view to that view below the anchor ID. So coming to our scenario here, the anchor is edit text 1. So my edit text 2 will be aligned below edit text 1. So this is what is meant by layout below. Okay, so layout below and layout bottom is also a similar thing. Okay, and layout to the right of. So when I tell layout to the right of, when I will be giving a property layout to the right of, wait a minute. So when I will be giving this property, consider this edit text 1. So I'll be naming it edit text EDT1. So now how I want my another edit text is it should be on the right of edit text 1. So I'll be using this property to right of, positions the left edge of this view to the right of the view specified with a resource ID. Now suppose assume that this is my edit text 2. So I am giving a property to this edit text 2. So what property I am giving? Layout to right of. So what it will be doing is it will be aligning the left edge, as in the starting of the video itself I have explained you. So this is the left edge or the start edge. So now my left edge would be aligned to the right of the view, the resource ID which I have given. Okay, so now this will be edit text 2 will be aligned on the right of the resource ID I have given. So what resource ID I will be giving? Edit text 1. So now my view edit text 2 will be aligned. So let me name this. I will be aligning my edit text 2. So now I'll be aligning edit text 2 on the right of edit text 1. So this is how it will be working. Okay, so these are some of the basic properties and the important properties. Okay, so now what I'll be doing is I'll be cloning the project. So I have got my GitHub open. What I'll be doing is I will be going to the GitHub repository. I will be cloning the code. I'll be copying this. Okay, if you click on this button, pad, something like looking like a pad. Okay, so your code will be your URL would be copied. So coming here, so what you'll be doing is after copying that URL, you'll be clicking on get from version control. So you are getting from GitHub. That's the reason I'm clicking on get from version control. So I'll specify my URL over here. So now I want it to be on my desktop. So that's the reason I'll be changing my directory. Okay, so now my project will be built on the desktop. Clone. Okay, the directory already exists. So let me clone it to F drive itself. Okay. AAD. In the AAD folder, I'll be cloning it. Okay. So now see, cloning source repository from the GitHub. So it is cloning my source repository. You have checked out of an Android Studio project. Would you like to open it? Yes, I want to open it. So I want to open my project. So now it is loading the components. Okay, now it is loading Android Studio for me. Okay, so now project from the GitHub is getting loaded into my local repository. So till now, it will take some time for the Gradle build. Once the Gradle is built, will be perfect to fly. Okay. So meanwhile, what I'll be explaining you is, see, I'll be explaining you this code, relative layout. So what we have to do now is we have to take relative layout as our parent layout, and in the relative layout we'll be placing some edit text. Okay. So in the docs, what he has done is, what Google people have done is, they have explained the implementation of edit text spinner. So spinner is nothing but a drop down. Okay. Edit text spinner and button. So how I want my one how I'm how I'll be showing you. So how I'll be designing in this demonstration is, i'll be I'll be preparing an edit text. Okay. I'll be demonstrating you how to write, how to implement an edit text, how to add this edit text view in the parent relative layout. So I'll be showing you how to add two edit text in the relative layout. Okay. So I'll be showing its implementation. So let me check whether my project is built successfully or not. Okay. So almost it has built successfully. It will be taking a few more seconds. Okay, built successfully, AD successful. Now what I'll be doing is, I'll be opening an activity. So this is how you have done in yesterday's class. So welcome activity, now my welcome activity will be opening. So it will take some time. I'll show you the code. Okay. So till now we have been working on the linear layout, but today I'll be explaining you demonstration of relative layout too. So what I'll be doing is, meanwhile this builds, so this is loaded. Let me create another layout. Wait for a while. So it has built. Okay. So I'll be creating another layout. Fine. Layout resource file. I just want to get an activity. That's the reason I have selected. If I want to get a class 2, so what I'll be doing is, I'll be clicking on new, and then I'll be going to activity. When I want both XML and class, so I'll be doing this. Now I just want a layout resource file. I just want to create an XML activity. So what I'll be doing is, I'll be creating an activity, welcome. Okay. So I'll be giving the parent layout as relative layout. Okay. So welcome, this is my welcome activity. So as you can see, I have created an XML. Okay. Now it is asking whether should I add this XML to GitHub or not. Okay. So I have accepted the changes. Now what I'll be doing is, I'll be demonstrating how to add some views over here. Okay. So as all of you know, I have made use of a dependency. Okay. Over here I have made use of dependency material input layout. So this is for getting an upgrade version of an edit text. Okay. So in this activity you might have seen, so this is the text view. Okay. Like if you do not have any problem, I can even show you demonstration with this. Okay. With the text views also, I can show you the demonstration. So what I'll be doing is, I'll be writing gravity center. Okay. So whatever view I'll be writing now, it will be aligned in the center. Now I'll be adding the text view. So my width will be wrap content and height will be wrap content. The next thing, text. So your name. Okay. The next thing, text color. Okay. Color is hash hexadecimal code 000. Now text size. Okay. Now my text size is 20 dp. Okay. Your name. Now text style is bold. Now the next thing, font family. Okay. Now my font family is this font. Okay. I have downloaded this font. If you have not downloaded, please refer to the previous tutorial, so you can find how to download this font too. Okay. So now what I'll be doing is, I'll be giving an id to this, because always in the relative layout we are speaking in relative to something. So how will you identify the second view. Okay. So the view in relative to which you are speaking, so you will be identifying it using the id itself. So like I'll be giving it text view name. Okay. So I'll be giving this id. So till now. I hope any like no one is having any doubt. So as you can see, so now like this view is in the center, but I need to bind this view to my parent. Okay, so what you'll be doing is, so it's like just attaching this view on the both sides. Okay, so what I'll be doing is layout center horizontal. So this will align my view in the horizontal, as you can see. So I have attached now this view to my parent. So always remember, in relative layout your child view should be attached on at least two sides. So as you can see, now my child view is attached to the left boundary of the parent layout and to the right margin of the right boundary of the parent layout. Okay, so now what I'll be doing is, now I want another view below my text view one. So what I'll be doing is, I'll be writing text view wrap content, and then again I'll be giving some ID to this ID ID. So okay, I'll be giving this ID text view email. Okay, text view email. Now what I'll be doing is, I'll be giving some text for this. Okay, text I have given it as text, I'll be giving as your email. Okay, so as you can see, as I have not aligned this child, so that's the reason I didn't get any connections like the text view name got. Okay, so text color black, text style would be bold, and the text size would be 20 dp. Okay, now my font will be this font. Okay, so now like I have got your email text view. So now I want what I'll be doing is, I'll be aligning this view below your name. So listen to me carefully. While speaking itself, I am telling, I want to align my your email text view below your name. So I am speaking in relative to something. So that's what relative layout means. So what I'll be doing is layout below. I'll be adding a property layout below. Okay, so in the layout below, what I'll be I want to align my your name below your email below your name. So that's the reason. Now I'll be specifying my anchor view ID. So what is my anchor view ID in this scenario? Your name is my anchor view ID. That's why I'll be specifying its ID. Okay, so as you can see, so now see, the bottom edge of your name and the top edge of my layout are aligned. Now again, I want to bring these two things in the center. Now what I'll be doing is, I'll also give center horizontal. I'll make center horizontal equal to true. Okay, now yeah, now you can see, so these two child views are now centered horizontally in relative to the parent, and along with that your email is aligned in relative to your name. Okay, so your email is below your name. So this is what I meant. Am I clear? And now to like give some space between these two things, I'll be using margin. Okay, so let me take margin top 20 dp. Okay, so now you have got 20 dp gap between these two things. Okay, your name, your email, and the third thing what I'll do is, just I'm like the same thing how we have developed this in the previous class with the linear layout. So this activity we have developed with using linear layout, I'll be doing the same thing using relative layout. Okay, so I'll be for your for the sake of simplicity, like easy to understand, it should be easy to understand. You should easily understand that. I'll write this name of the user. Okay, so anything you can write over here. Fine. So now what you have written over here, email ID. Fine. I'll be writing the text over here, email ID. Email ID. Okay, so now I have written email ID. The next thing what I'll be doing is, I'll be writing phone number. So one more thing I would like to tell over here. Now my phone number should be below email ID. So I am speaking in relative to this text view, email ID text view. Now again, the same thing, text view. I'll be declaring a text view. I'll be saying layout width should be wrap content, and layout height should be wrap content. Okay, okay, the next thing, text should be phone number. Okay, phone number. The next thing, text color should be black. So you can make use of any of the text colors. Text style will be bold. The next thing, layout margin, like I need to specify some gap, that's the reason I'm using this 20 dp. Okay, the next thing, text size is 20 dp. Fine. Font family, font family font family is the font I have made use of. The next thing, I want to bring this phone number, so like you can see how jumbled are these, how messy it is looking. So that's the reason I want to pull this phone number text view below email id text view. So what I'll be telling, hey Android, make use of layout below property and align my phone number below email id. So what is the like id of email id text view? So the id for email id text view is text view email, so I'll be making use of that id. So text view email. Okay, so now you might have, like you can see now my so the reason why I have got this much gap, that the reason why bottom edge of the anchor view id and the top edge of this view, the view which I want to align, so why the reason why they didn't get aligned to the same line is I have specified layout margin. So for time being, let me remove this. Okay, so now you can see. Okay, so like I have got aligned to the same, okay, same line, I have got them aligned. So I'll be specifying margin id, and now what I'll be doing is I'll be also writing center horizontal, so that they are exactly in the center. Okay, center horizontal true. Now it is looking a bit good. Okay, so name of the user, email id, and the text view. Okay, perfect. So till now we are doing good. Okay, so now what I'll be doing is I want to develop it similar to this. So like it is having drawable start. Okay, it is having an email icon over here. So what I'll be doing is I will be making use of drawable start. Okay, in this text view, in the email id text view, I'll be making use of, this is the email id text view. So somewhere over here I'll be adding property drawable start. Okay, email. So this is my email. Okay, so I have got an error, so let me see what the error is. So it is also saying that I need to put drawable start compat. Okay, so this is something like I have told you. So let me see the documentation of this. So it showed me something like API levels, regarding to the API levels. Okay, so what I'll be doing is drawable left, I'll be adding another property. Okay, drawable left. Fine. So now my error has gone. Okay, so now you can see you have got an email id account. So and one more thing, like we explained in the yesterday's class, so there should be some gap between the icon and the text view. So that's the reason here we need to use a property drawing a drawable padding. So now you can see there is a gap between email ID and phone email ID and its icon. The same thing we'll be doing over here. Okay, so I'll be writing property drawable left to be phone. So let me see what icon we have made use over here. So I have used, okay, it's log. Okay, so I'll make use of that log symbol. Okay, log. So I'll fetch it from the drawable folder log. I have fetched it from the drawable folder. And what I'll be doing is I'll be specifying some padding. Okay, some padding, 10 dp. Perfect. My relative layout is now ready. Okay, so this is how we wanted our relative layout should be. Okay, so if you want to do some other things like welcome user, so you want to write all those things also, you can do that. Okay, now as we are running short of time, I'll make it very I'll do it very fast. Okay, uh, fine. Text view welcome, text view welcome user, welcome user. Now what I'll be doing is I'll be like removing I'll be writing center in parent true. Okay, So welcome user, I have got a text message welcome user over here. Okay, so my name of the user will be shown and email ID will be shown. Phone number is the phone number will be shown. Wait for a while. So what I'll be doing is layout above. I'll use a property layout above. Okay, now I want to specify that my welcome user text view should be above the name. Okay, so that's the reason I'll be writing like this. Okay, so both the views have collided. So let me remove the center horizontal. So we need to do some work. We need to do, I don't understand why it is not showing me. Mhm. So margin top 20 dp. So see, so now I have got my text margin. Okay, 20 dp. Fine, now it is perfect. Now what I'll be doing is I'll align it into the center horizontal. Okay, true. Now you can see it is giving a decent look. Okay, if you wish, what you can do is instead of using margin top, better use margin property. So now it has like I'll change the color also to differentiate. I'll change this color to color primary. So my color primary is dark blue color. Okay, so welcome user will be appearing in dark blue color and you'll be getting the name of the user and you'll be getting the phone number. So thank you for like seeing this video. And if you have got any doubts you can comment in the comment section, so you'll will be responding, and like if the issue is very serious I'll be doing another video. Thank you everyone. And do not forget, please do subscribe to our channel Umang Solutions. Thank you very much.